what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of VPN Chat. Now, today, my guest is the queen of the Arrow. I present to you Miss Javetta Bryant. How you doing today, Javetta?
Hey, yo, what's going on, brethren? Hey, everybody out in VPN land, what's going on?
What's up? What's up, Mrs. Bryant? How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm doing
Come
wonderful.
on, come on, flash the ring. She said,
Flash the
she
ring.
just
Nails ain't
flashed
even
it.
done, but I'll flash the
Flash
ring.
it.
Okay.
I want to start off by saying, it is so good to see you. We talk here and there on Messenger, but this is like really like the first time like we've actually had a conversation and we see each other's like
Yeah.
faces. So it's
I
been a
got so
minute.
excited when you came on. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, it's been so long.
It has. It's been a long time.
Um,
Last time we saw each other was the last season of In the Nick of Time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
So uh,
Golly.
I
That was a
know
long time ago.
it was. Time flies. Time flies. I also want to say, you are giving light. Like you had like this new era for you. I love this for you. I just want to say I love this for you. Really do. Like, we go back a long time, and to really just see you in this effervescent, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm trying to use big words. Effervescent glow and this
It worked.
light. You know what I'm saying? It's really great to see that on you. So I just want to publicly say that to you.
That makes my heart happy. Thank you, Carlton. It's my gray hair. That's all. It's making me glow. That's the glow you see. Because life is life and right now. No, I'm just playing. I'm in a good place. I decided to venture out to leave North Carolina, move to Louisiana, and I don't know, I'm just embracing everything that life has to offer to me right now. I'm actually in the city where 50 Cent is building his TV and music studio.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep. So
exciting.
he's here a lot now. It's very exciting. But to be honest, I have not acted in a very long time.
Okay.
It makes me sad a little bit.
I about to say why is that?
So I guess when I chose to relocate, there were some things that I had to kind of not give up, but let go of while I adjusted to my new life here.
Mm-hmm.
And so acting was one of them. And I do fly back and forth from here to North Carolina to do shows. Up until this year, I did about one play a year, which is good. I really want to be in a Tubi movie so bad. All my friends are in Tubi movies. Shout out to you, Carlton. I see, I see, I see VPN productions on Tubi here in Louisiana, and me and my husband will be watching because we love Tubi. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Carlton's. He's like, oh, I'm like, Carlton. I call him brethren. I was in the Nick of Time and Lover's Lane. And he'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm like, he's like, oh, in other words, he don't know who I'm talking about. Or he's like, if we watch a Tubi movie, he'll be like, do you know anybody in this movie? As a matter of fact, I do. And I start running down the resumes. I'm so excited to have friends doing big things. And I'm very honored to have had the opportunity to work with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Of cou- okay, so so with that, we gotta get into the story. But before we get into the story, because I definitely for people who don't know, Javetta is actually one of the first people that I reached out to about doing Lover's Lane. But we'll get into that shortly. So obviously, it was a privilege to work with you, and definitely because it was something that I wanted when we first met. But we got to talk about the brethren thing because I know people probably heard that. It was like, what's going on? They about to have church. So Javetta, yes, Javetta and I have a nickname for each other. We call each other brethren. That's how we greet each other.
We do.
Now how did that start? I don't remember.
I'm I'm trying to remember. I remember the day I met you in Greenville, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the year, but it was at an award show.
Right.
I
So
feel like
we was calling each other brethren back then?
no, 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 no,
No,
no.
that's what I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
I'm asking, how did the brethren thing start?
Oh, okay. I was going backwards and trying to move forward to the point. Um, I know it started during Lover's Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the how.
Okay. I
I don't remember the how.
do not remember.
Brethren.
We just started. It
I don't,
just
and it goes, brethren. Like nobody else
yeah.
calls you brethren.
No,
Okay.
you're the only
That's
person.
like our thing.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
our
that's
thing.
like our thing,
That
brethren.
yes,
Yeah. So
1000%.
we probably need to figure out. We probably need to figure out the win. But does the win really matter?
It doesn't
You are
matter.
my brother.
I was just curious about how it started because like I said, I don't remember at all.
Okay. I don't remember either. I know it was during Lover's Lane, probably the latter uh seasons, one of the latter seasons.
Okay.
Brethren. But
Okay.
I'll remember in my dreams tonight, and then
Right.
I'll let you know.
It'll come back like after
Brethren.
after all this over, it's gonna come back after that. Um.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, let's go back to the beginning. Because you was about to start. So we met at an award show in Greenville, South Carolina. I can actually give you the date because I still have the trophy. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Let's see. 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
11 years ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would known each other for 11 years.
Yes. Oh, that's crazy. I remember. And I think either I reached out to you to congratulate you on your award, and that might be how we start. No, I think we started talking before the award show, right? Via
I
messenger.
don't know. I don't remember. All I know is I know we were all. It was me, you, TJ, Shataria,
Uh-huh.
my sister, and then our friend Torrance. We were all sitting at the same table.
At the same table, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So
you were there for the Janet flip.
for the who?
You know the Janet flip, so my dress uh broke. It was like a mesh, like a little mesh. I don't know anything about fashion, but it was mesh under here and the mesh rib,
Uh
and my boob was hanging out at the table.
huh.
Do you remember I changed clothes? Yeah. I was
No.
sitting beside
So,
Austin.
you was wearing like a jacket or something, right?
No,
No,
I was wearing a blue, like a baby blue powder dress. It was like a mermaid dress.
so
And it had like
so what did you change into? The blue dress?
it was a blue, yep. It was
Okay.
a blue short, yeah.
I don't
That
remember.
was embarrassing.
I don't remember that at all. Was that before we got to the table, or was that because I
That
don't
was
remember?
at the table. That was at the table. I felt a breeze, and I think Arthur McGriff was sitting beside me on the left.
Uh
I
huh.
don't remember who's sitting beside me on the right, but I felt a breeze and I looked down and my boob was hanging out. So I had to
Yo.
run up to my room.
Uh huh.
Yeah. And
I
and I was presenting that night. Yeah.
yeah.
I had to,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest
Ooh,
with you. So that night, um, there was a lot going on, and so, it was a lot going
let me
on.
grab my teacup.
Yeah, it was a
Let me
lot
grab
going
my
on.
teacup. Is this a
Yeah,
teacup?
yeah.
It was
It
a
was a
lot
lot
going
going
on
on.
anyway. Yeah.
It was a lot going on. They originally weren't trying to let my guests come in with me. So I had to deal with that. We were performing that night too, so me and Shay did a scene from A Woman's Worth. We did that night.
Mhm.
I was sick. I was down. I mean, I had to
I
act
would
like
have never known.
yeah, I was real like after we left the actual award show, we went to the room, I got me a Coke and that was it. That's how I
Wow.
normally soothe my sore throats. Well, I used to. I was drink
Yeah,
Coke and soothe it. But yeah, I was down. I was literally I was on cough drops throughout the whole night. I was just like putting them back to back. I
I
was
would have never known because y'all killed the performance. I mean, you did a phenomenal job on the performance. So,
thank you. And then yeah, we won. We
mhm,
ended up winning that night. I didn't even know we were nominated. Honestly, like I knew we were because I had submitted to perform because one of my college friends who knew the organizer, he was the one that suggested that
mhm.
I submit. Because I had never heard of
Okay.
it. Because I had never heard of it. So he was like, yeah, you should submit and see if this fits for you. So we did. We got in. We performed, and yeah, we ended up winning. And I was
And you
like, oh,
won.
okay. I was like, all right.
The first of many awards, might I add, because
That's
you have
honest.
won.
That's actually that was my first. Because I'm trying to think when LA Well Fest was, but that was my actually like my first like trophy for
Physical.
a
Got you.
physical trophy for like writing or whatever category we won for, but that was like my actual first one. So that award is definitely very special to me because again like you said, it was just like the part of the beginning of where we are now.
The take.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just like I said, I just remember being at the table. We were talking, we was laughing. I don't know, we just really had a good time at the table.
Uh-huh.
And Carlos was MC along with Sister Big
Big
Bone.
bone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was like I said, it was just a good vibe. And I think I don't know if I had met go ahead.
I just remembered when I started calling you brethren.
Okay, go ahead.
It was at the Playwright Awards show in San Antonio.
Okay.
And I don't know, you had like a was it a mock turtleneck? Anyway, you was suited and booted.
I,
And when I
I,
walked up to you, I was like, brethren.
okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
you was like, brethren. Yeah. I think that's how it started. I
Yes.
know that's how it started. I just remember walking up to you saying, brethren. Okay.
Okay. Come on, origin story. I love it. Yes.
San
Um.
Antonio, that's when it was.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. But yeah, I just remember it was just a good vibe with our table, and then like I said, I don't can't remember if I met Kevin and Ashley before or after, but either way, there was a show that I was working with somebody, well, a couple people on, and we had auditions. And Ashley and Kevin came and auditioned. They actually came down from North Carolina, came to Atlanta, and they auditioned. Unfortunately, the show did not move forward. But I said I am going to do something just because really came down and y'all really came down and auditioned for this, and it was for a web series, one for television, it was for a web series, and I was like, y'all came
Mhm.
down, and I said I really want to do something for y'all, and then I said, I remember again, I said I really want to work with Javetta. I had said that night. I want to work with Javette. I want to work with TJ. I want to do something in North Carolina. Like I just got to figure out what we're gonna do. So that after that project didn't work out, um, I began writing Lover's Lane because Nelson had reached out because he inquired about being a part of Karma. And so when I found out he was also in North Carolina, I was like, well, let's just do something in North Carolina.
Right.
All these people are in North Carolina. Let's just do something in North
Right.
Carolina. And that's pretty much how Lover's Lane really came to be because I really wanted to do something with y'all in North Carolina. So you portrayed Monica on the award-winning series Lover's Lane. Um, Talk about when you first got the script for season one, your initial reaction and your initial feelings to the show.
Okay. I don't know if I've told you this before, but when I first got the script, I looked for all of Monica's parts, highlighted them, and studied that. I didn't want to know what happened until it came out. Okay. So my initial thought was, okay, yeah, I got a part. At the time, it was a lot of personal stuff going on in my life that was not great. And so I was just looking for an opportunity to have like a maybe like a healing outlet, I guess. So I was excited, and I do remember the first season after I met. Well, I already knew Ashley, I already knew Kevin. I met Nicole, I knew TJ, um, uh, First Lady
Felicia.
Felicia.
Hmm.
I remember feeling like I was swimming with big dogs because all these people are talented, right? And I'm like, oh my God, am I going to be enough? Am I going to be enough? So I remember I was like, I'm just going to put everything that I have into this role and see what it turns out to be. And so the first season, I didn't read the script, and then it premiered. And I was like, I think the first scene, Kevin comes in like at the door. He's like a tool man,
Mm.
and Shataria walks to the door, and I'm like, "Oh, it's that kind of series." Oh, like oh. So I'm watching it. The first season, I'm watching it like a fan. Like I was a fan of Lover's Lane. Like I'm like, oh my God, what's about to happen? What's happening next? Oh my God, no, for real? That was season one. So when I got the script for season two, I was like, I'm not waiting. I'm gonna read the whole thing. I sat there. I don't know what I was eating, but normally when I'm reading a script, I get me something real good to eat
Mm.
and something real good to drink. I sat there, read the whole script. I'm like, say now, this is gonna happen. Oh, oh my God. I mean, I'm reacting like I can't wait to see this on film. Um, and the season where we filmed in Goldsboro, was that two or three?
So season one, okay, so season one we filmed in Winston
Winston.
and
Mhm.
in Greensboro.
Uh-huh.
And then season two through four we filmed in Raleigh and Goldsboro.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
I remember.
5 and 6 was just Raleigh. Some
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
sometimes Durham, but yeah.
got you. Well, I remember pulling up at Miss Tammy's house, rest in peace.
Yes.
And her heart, her spirit, she was so welcome. So I stayed there, I think, one night, and she was like, "This will be your welcome suite." She had like a welcome bottle of wine and some little things with the Lover's Lane logo on it.
Hmm.
And then Moni B and the crew came in. I'm like, "Oh, I have arrived. I have makeup. I'm here. I have arrived." I'm like, "This is a glimpse of where I want to be in my acting career,
Hmm.
where I actually have a team of stylists that dress me, that do my makeup, do my hair. Like I really felt like I belonged in that point.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, I felt like I belonged. And plus, we became a family really because we spent hours together filming over into the night. and we ate together for a weekend or 3 or 4 days or however long it was that we filmed. So it was really good in that time in my life to have that family element. Y'all didn't know what I was going. Maybe you might have knew what I was going through, but not everybody knew what I was going through. But just being around all of that positive energy meant so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we had craft services. We had the catering come in,
Mm-hmm.
and we ate good. Oh, those were the highlights for me. And then we had the fans that couldn't wait for the show to come out on Facebook that were like ready to comment, go live and share their commentary on Lover's Lane. When I started getting recognized by people out in public as Monica, things like that meant so much to me. I love acting, okay? I am not I'm not gonna say stereotypical. I'm not like a normal actress, like I'm not a model size. I'm older than probably everybody on the cast. I want to say maybe except for Michael Bowie. But I was older, so I stepped back in some aspects and I watched y'all. I took notes. I learned so much. I watched Nelson grow because Nelson is like a beast now. Kevin
Mm-hmm.
is a beast now. They were beasts then, but they were beasts that we knew. Now they're like very well known. So Nicole, she's doing her thing. Everybody's doing their thing. I'm proud. I'm proud. That was Lover's Lane was when I realized that my acting career could go beyond theater.
Mm. Was this your
So
first? Was this your first camera? Okay.
it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love theater, singing, acting, the lights in the moment, that was my favorite. And then I filmed Lover's Lane with you and I was like, okay, I can do this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What? That's well. First of all, I'm thank you for sharing. Um, like I said again, it was an honor to have you on the set. I know there was a couple of times. I hope you don't mind me saying this. I know Javetta would come up to me every season and be like, "Please don't kill me off," and I'd be like, like
Because
because you were
listen,
you were dealing with a lot of things.
it
And
was
of
a
course,
lot.
and I was very, of course, very sympathetic to that, and I understood. Um, but but then again, like I said, I appreciate everybody for showing me some grace because I had a lot going on. Obviously, I'm literally like filming everything, making sure everybody's in place, doing all this other stuff. It was just so much going on. I've said this
Mhm.
several times. I'll watch the show sometimes now, and I was like, I don't see how we did all that. Like
For
that was a
real.
lot. Like the first, if y'all watch the VPN chats, we've already talked about this, but we're gonna talk about it again. The first season we shot that in 3 days. 3 days. It was supposed to be two,
Yeah.
but it was 3 days. It ended up being three. Um,
hmm
and also I want to add this. The North Carolina area is definitely not the Augusta area. So here's where I made the mistake. So I'm thinking when we I said we're gonna film this in Winston, and I think we filmed at the church in Greensboro. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, that's gonna be about like what 20-25 minutes away. Because because in Augusta, like the different like Augusta to Evans, Augusta to Martinez and everything, they're literally like 20, 25, 30 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I put it in the GPS,
Mm-mm.
it say an hour. I said, oh, wait a minute. So I didn't so I was not planning accordingly as far as having to actually get to the locations and set up. It was just a lot. It
It
was
was a lot.
so much going on. Um,
Yeah.
I like to call it was organized chaos because I have my stuff together now. Now when I tell you my schedule and everything,
You
I had
always
everything.
do.
I had all that stuff
Always.
together. Yeah, I had everything together, but it's just it felt like everything. It was so much going. It was so many moving parts. Um,
Yeah.
and then of course the cast grew uh a lot. It grew, it multiplied over
Mhm.
the seasons, and so you having to deal with all these people at the same time. And like you said, you add, and then like I want to shout out to Felicia. Of course, Felicia was the one that brought in Moni and the makeup crew because Felicia
Mhm.
season 2, I believe. She brought them in, and
Yeah.
then Moni and her crew. Shout out to them. They was like, well, we want to continue on, and so they did season 3 and 4, and I think the wardrobe department they stayed on and did season 5. Um, but shout out to them because it was like I think like I
Yeah.
said I really feel bad because I kept adding people and I feel like they was getting real stressed out because I kept adding folk
Right.
to the
Right.
cast. Um, but honestly, Lovers Lane. For people who know me, I'm a big Young and the Restless fan. I love even as outlandish and as it is now. Like I don't know, I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know what's going on, but I'm a big Young and the Restless fan. And Lovers Lane to me was the beginning of really cementing my feet in like, all right, I'm gonna create this soap opera for on the
Mhm.
web for people to watch and enjoy. And I thank y'all so much for just really making this dream a reality and making these characters come alive. Go ahead, you had something you want to say.
And no, I was gonna say, did I raise my hand?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
You put a tongue
But
finger. You put the
I
tongue finger
wanted to
up real
say,
quick.
excuse my name. I was gonna say, speaking of Young and the Restless, like I lived for the introduction of Lover's Lane every season. It was like you turn away, count to three, turn, look at the camera slow. Oh, the one that we filmed, I don't know what season this was, but this was at Michael Bowie's house, and it gave Young and the Restless vibes.
Mm,
We had a green screen. You
yeah,
remember which one I'm talking about?
season 5.
That was my favorite one. That was
Season
my
five.
favorite
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And I
I,
feel like I had like 2 lines in season 5 too. But you didn't kill me off, so
I did not. I
well,
did not. I did not kill you
yeah,
off. I kept my word to you that I was not gonna kill you off.
you did. You did.
Um, yeah.
Thank
See,
you.
so I got so actually like so. Speaking of, like I said, that inspiration for that opening came from Young and the Restless because they had just changed their opening to what they. It's not the same thing now. It's something different, but the opening that they had just premiered it, and I was like, oh, I love this is tight. I wonder if we can do this same thing. So I got with shout out to Bowie, I got with Michael Bowie, and I said, hey, this is what I want. Can we pull this off? And he said, yeah. So we just like I said again, you guys were definitely uh a part of the foundation of me cementing my place in web soap opera. So, like I said, I definitely thank y'all so much. Um, what we let's the catering. One thing we share a love for is definitely food. Me and
Yes.
Javetta had this thing, and it was called the red velvet brownies.
Yes, Lord. Oh, brethren. Whoo!
Me and Javetta.
Keisha.
Me and Javetta used to look forward to that. Like
Oh,
that's all we talk about was them red velvet brownies.
they sitting out there. I'm like, let me slide one in my bag for later
I
because
know that's
I know
right.
they're gonna. One year she brought you a whole thing to yourself,
She
didn't
sure
she?
did. Bless the Lord.
Oh, and you didn't share.
I did not. I felt like I deserved the whole box.
Yeah, yeah. You did. Because every season you worked, like, I don't think I ever saw you sit down. You were always planning for the next move or always filming something. Cut, let's do that again. Okay, cut, and then you know. You giving direction as you go. I don't think I ever saw you just chill.
That's why
So you did.
Kevin nicknamed me the robot because I
I
didn't.
didn't. I don't understand it. Are you still like that?
Hell,
Like with
excuse me.
brotherhood and sisterhood?
I'm about to, I was, I was, I forgot for a second.
Brother Rand,
Oh,
brother Rand.
oh. To answer your question, no, I am not. I definitely, well, right now I haven't done any production, in a year, some change. Like the stuff that I have coming out now, we shot that. It's
Okay.
just now just coming out.
It's
Like, but no, all that stuff been shot.
okay.
I haven't done production in a year. I made my retirement announcement last year.
I
Uh,
remember.
so I stuck to that.
And you know what I did? I did my infamous eye roll. Like he gonna be feeling me soon. I'm just waiting for him to call me back.
Nah, to be honest with you, I really had a real scare. When we shot Very Merry New Year, I had a real bad health scare. My blood pressure was 200 and something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I had to and we were in Tennessee shooting, and it was the last night we finished the last thing, the very last thing. Everybody was, went, started chilling, doing what they was gonna do. I sat down and I just felt like it's hard to describe, but I felt like doom. Like I just feel like, okay, I think I'm about to die. Like
Oh
it
my
just
goodness.
felt like, but kind of find out my blood pressure was at 200 or something. So they had to we had
Mm.
they had to rush me to the hospital. Went to when I ambulance, and yeah. So from that moment on, even though I had productions after that, it was like, okay, you gotta really do a better job of taking care of yourself. And
Hmm.
to be honest with you, Javetta, like I really towards the end of the last few stuff I was filming, I was really burnt out, like
I
extremely.
get it.
I was like, okay, I want to finish these because I made a commitment to this cast. I want to make
Yeah.
sure these stories get done and told correctly. But to be honest with you, I was real burnt out. I was ready to put the camera down, like for sure.
I kind of feel like you didn't have balance. I mean, you know, when you're young, it was the same for me in the prime of my career. I was working 60 hours a week at my job, taking care of my son and my daughter, going to rehearsals at night, 3 or 4 nights out of the week, and my
Hmm.
body shut me down.
Hmm.
My body shut me down. So, you know, we should always have balance, but the older you get, when your body starts uh involuntarily doing stuff, you really got to pay attention to your health first,
Absolutely.
you know, and all that other stuff, you're great at what you do, but everything in moderation. That's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely, and like I said again, I think because it's so ingrained in us to just to grind it out, keep grinding, keep going.
Mhm.
The phrase I hate the most is "I'll sleep when I'm dead." No,
I was
sir,
just
man.
about to say that.
No, sir, ma'am. When you're dead, you're dead.
Mhm.
You're not waking up. So
That's it. That's it.
yeah.
And at one point, I was just working. Like I wasn't even enjoying life. I was just always going, 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 going. And
Hmm.
you know, when you start seeing people around you pass away, it's
Hmm.
like, if I die today, what do I have to show for it? Like, did I actually enjoy any of my adulthood? Or
Hmm.
was I just grinding and not sleeping and trying to prove a point to who?
Right.
Nobody,
Right. That's
you
the word.
know. And
That's the
I did,
word.
yeah. And I grew up, I had this conversation with my mom not too long ago. I grew up, my father's a pastor, you know, like yours.
Yeah.
And we grew up in church and everybody had an expectation for me. And I found myself living for everybody else.
Mm.
instead of really following my heart and becoming the woman that I wanted to be. So it took, I think I was maybe in my 40s when I was like, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I love my parents respectfully, but I really had to choose me.
Mhm.
My kids are grown. Even when I started acting, I got a lot of pushback because I had young children and they were like, you know, don't, you need to put your dreams aside, make sure your kids are okay. But I raised my kids to say, no matter what, follow your dreams, still take care of your responsibilities, but don't let nobody keep you from what you know God called you to be. I had to learn that who God created me to be was not who I was trying to be, pleasing everybody else but myself. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So acting was a part of me coming into my own. I did not start acting until I was an adult. I was divorced the first time. Don't judge me. I've been married 3 times.
We
You can
not
mark that
we
from
we
the
now we are not judging you at all. Life is about okay,
life
y'all. I'm sorry.
happens.
I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all hear the barking, the people that's listening in the audience, that's my dog Poochie. He like whenever Javetta, I promise you, whenever I record a podcast, he likes to bark. I don't know why. He just likes to
I didn't
bark.
even hear him. My dog, I had to shut the door because my little Maltipoo is so full of energy. He be done jumped up here and talking to you, barking and all that stuff. So I just had to close my door. He probably sitting outside my door waiting for me to finish, but that's how he is. So anyway, I didn't mean to have to come to Jesus moment at,
No, that
at
was
that time. But if
yeah,
anybody needs to hear this, stop living for other people.
yeah.
Okay, live for you. You're gonna have to die for you. Okay, so nobody else is gonna volunteer to die. So don't let nobody dictate how your life should go, except for you.
Absolutely, but that's what this is about. It's about talking, really getting diving in, life lessons and everything. And again, you said no judge you. Nobody's judging you. Like again, life is about. Before Pooh started barking, I was trying to make a point. Life is about chapters. Life is about we lived we this life. We have different chapters in life, different eras. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
like I said,
Right.
you had those your past is your lesson for where you are now, and where you are now
Mhm.
is a lesson for where you're going to be in the future.
Right. That's good. That's
So
good. Okay,
yeah,
you preach right there. You put
listen.
the
It
words
is
on
it.
me.
No matter what, it is in us. We
Yeah.
may not be on in a pulpit, but it's still in us,
Right.
and you can get this
It's in
word.
us.
You gonna get this word.
Yeah. You gonna get it now. Oh, I had a moment. I don't let a scripture come up in my spirit, and I'm talking to one of my friends trying to encourage them. I hear the spirit of the Lord saying, and they were like, Javetta. I was like, look, I'm gonna go with it now. I'm gonna go.
Okay, so I have
Just
to
so
ask
you
you.
know, I know how to if I need to.
I,
Okay, go
I,
ahead.
I feel no, you fine. I feel it. I feel you for sure. I have to ask every Lovers Lane cast member this because y'all gave me hell about one particular cast picture, and it was season 4 when everybody was in it, and everybody had on it was the
The
blue
big
and the
blue.
black.
It was
Huh?
the blue.
Yes,
Yeah, the big blue. That's what I
y'all
call it.
gave me hell for that. Um, why y'all gave me hell for that, Javetta? What's the issue?
You
What's wrong?
know,
What's wrong?
I can't speak for everybody,
No,
but it
don't
was a
speak for
bunch
everybody.
of
I asked Javetta. I said, Javetta, why? Because you was a part of the hell raising. Why did y'all give me hell for that?
it was just a bunch. It was a lot going on in one piece. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of main characters in. I mean, it was like 50 of us in an arch, and we were stacked on top of each other. You know, it was a lot. It wasn't as dramatic as the ones I'm used to. But it was just a bunch of us. And the funny thing is, my weight fluctuates. And I ain't even ashamed to say it or whatever. Sometimes I'm big, sometimes I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But that season, I was small. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill this on this introduction. And I was in the background. Y'all can even see my
You was
waist,
not
but it's
Javetta. I'm looking
okay.
at Javetta. I am looking at the picture right now. You were actually third.
I had a baby in front of me.
You did. The baby is not. Gianna is beside you, ma'am. I'm looking straight at it.
I need you to send me that picture because I don't recall. Okay, I'm calling. I ain't gonna say. Hey, I can't cuss on this podcast. I'm
Okay,
calling Ish over here, and I ain't even telling the truth. Okay, from what I recall, Gianna was in front of me. Nelson was to my left and my right, and then Katrina was in the loop. It was like love triangles on top of love
it
triangles,
was. It
wasn't it?
was. It was. It was. I'll give you that. It was love triangles on top of love triangles. It was.
But it was good though. It was good.
It's
The
honestly
triangle.
so season 3 is is the best looking one to me. The season 3 photo, like the season 3 cast picture. No, because Marcus did both of them. Marcus did season 2 and season 3. I love season 2 because season 2 was a surprise. I didn't know he was doing that. That hard like that. Now that when Marcus did the
That's the
season
red
2,
and black.
that's the red and black. When Marcus did that, I said,
Ooh, that was
we own something. We own something.
yes.
We
Oh
gonna own
yes.
something. But my favorite, the best looking one to me is season 3 because when everybody's together still, um, it looks so clean. It looks really.
Was
That's
that
the
in
one
the
we.
club?
Nah, that's the one we was in Miss Tammy's. Y'all was in Miss Tammy's living room.
Living room.
Yeah,
Okay, yep, I remember.
and that's when we first
Ooh,
meet.
can I tell you something about that?
That's when we first meet the Cunninghams. Go ahead.
You had me it was late at night when we did the shoot.
Yes,
I was exhausted. I'm sure everybody was.
everybody was a yes.
But you had me leaning up against one of the columns
Will you
in
sleep?
the photo.
Will you sleep?
I was asleep. I was knocked out. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but I was so tired. I think I told Nelson, I'm like, you might have to wake me up. I mean, I was leaning like I felt like I was in the bed and I might have been like sliding down. I don't know. But I was tired. I was
Yeah,
real tired.
but yeah, it was some late nights. Like y'all were definitely troopers for sure. You definitely were. But like I said, yeah, season 3 is the best looking, but season 4 is my favorite just because again it gives. If you've ever
Yeah.
seen the big soap opera cast pictures, all the cast members are there. All even it's the main, the recurring. They're all in one
Yeah,
photo. That's what season 4 was
I
giving, and I
agree.
was like, yes, this is it. I know they hate it and they tired of me, but it's giving. It is
It's
giving.
giving.
It's
And I
giving.
agree. I agree 100%. That was I liked all of them. The blue, I actually liked the color scheme for the blue. The blue was my favorite
Yeah.
color scheme. Okay,
Hmm.
but
Which one?
it was just
Which cast picture is your favorite though?
so the red and black
Uh-huh.
was dramatic. So that was probably one of my favorites.
That's
I
season 2.
I like I like the introduction um in the living room. It's Tammy's living room. But that Young and the Restless, that's the one I call. That's my favorite, all time favorite.
You
It
talking
was
about opening theme song, not picture. That's your
it's
all
the
time.
opening to
Okay.
me. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
got you.
yeah.
So that's season 5.
But that picture, I remember we were like in a club, right?
Yep, correct.
Yep. I remember that. That's not my favorite picture. My favorite picture is I'm gonna say the living room in Tammy's living room
So
where I was falling
are you talking
asleep.
about the one that everybody's in the living room or the one that Marcus chopped up for season 2?
The
That
one
the
he
one that's in
chopped
the
up
living.
where we in a line.
So that's season
Is
2.
that the one? Okay, that's the one. Yeah.
That's the one Marcus is.
It's just very
That's the red and black.
It gives dramatic. Can you do me a favor? Can you send me those pictures? I just want to reminisce.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a whole
Okay.
archive hard drive that I had everything on.
Okay. I just want one from each season is fine.
Yeah, I
Cause
got you.
I do wanna I have an office here in in my home in Louisiana, and I really want to blow up like some of the projects that I've had the opportunity to be in. Some of the playbills or flyers, I want to blow those up
As
and
you
just really
should.
make it like a. And I have trophies. I have a ton of trophies um, that are in boxes right now.
The reason why I think that's important is because sometimes in life we get so hard on ourselves, we get so down on ourselves. It's like, dang, I feel like I ain't do nothing, I ain't accomplishing nothing.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do a pod about this one day about the spirit of comparison. We sometimes comparing ourselves to other people, and now that's a dangerous spirit to dabble in, the spirit
Yeah,
of comparison.
yeah.
But it's good to look at your accomplishment and say, you know what, God, we did that. Thank you, Father, for
And I'm
allowing.
looking at your wall now. I'm looking at your wall. I'm like, yeah, okay, ideas. I see.
Yeah, but I mean, but I need it sometimes because sometimes I beat myself. I'm like, dang, I ain't, because we have expectations for ourselves, and we're like, I should be farther than where I think I should be, and sometimes guys be like, no, I need you to look and see what you've done, and I'm just like, well, thank you, God, thank you for that reminder. I appreciate that because, like I said again, it's you can again we beat ourselves up so much. And for me, looking at the posters and everything, it's like it's just a reminder, like, okay, yeah, we did a little something. We did some things.
A big something. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So what, two-part question. What is your favorite Monica storyline, and what is your favorite storyline overall for Lovers Lane period?
Here's the thing. I know some people view Monica as a homewrecker,
Hmm.
and I know she had her moments where she was a little trifling or whatever, but I really feel like uh, Gabe took advantage of Monica. I really feel like he took advantage of her, and she had a baby as a result. And so I kind of feel for Monica.
Hmm.
Like, there are a lot of women that's happened to. You get involved with this man, he catches you in a vulnerable moment, y'all get it in, boom, you got a baby on the way, or even if you don't have a baby on the way, you find out he's married. Like, or maybe you knew he was married, but he told you they were separated, or you know how y'all do.
Not y'all.
I'm joking. I'm not gonna generalize. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. You know how men do. I mean, not all men. Okay, let me say that. Not all men, but a lot. Some men. I'll say some men.
Uh-huh.
So I really felt sorry for Monica, and she was not my favorite storyline. I do like the dramatics of it all. Oh, and when Gianna went missing and Kat had kidnapped her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that right there, I was like, yo, my favorite storyline.
It was a lot. I know you have to
That's
go
a
back.
tough one. I loved all of them. That was tough. Uh,
She's stuck, y'all.
Cause I'm flashing back like, oh man, is it GL and Jessica? Cat was crazy. I mean, she was like Batwing crazy. I was about to say the other word, Lord forgive me. She was real crazy. That warehouse scene with the dummies. You remember that when she had the
Yep.
trench coat on?
Yeah.
I was like, this is so insane. But I loved it. I like crazy stuff. I don't know. I can't say. I do um Kevin and Shataria, their storyline throughout was, I think it was like a combination of the good, the bad, and the ugly that you see in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I like feel good storyline. So I'm gonna go with their love story from season one to the end. I'll go with theirs. But it wasn't the most dramatic.
Got you.
It wasn't the most dramatic, but who slept with Shataria? Was it GL?
Uh, well, hold on. Let's use character names. I don't want nobody coming for me. So Cynthia.
Oh, oh my God. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're good. I know
They
it's been a minute. Cynthia. So how it started was Cynthia and Malachi. They did a swap with Curtis and Tasha. That's how it
okay. Yep.
started, and then Curtis and Cynthia continued on.
Yeah. That's
So
what happened.
that's what happened in a nutshell.
So you know what I want to do now, just sitting here talking to you?
You're gonna watch the whole
I
series.
need I need to watch the whole series from like start to finish.
It's on Vimeo. I mean, you have the passcodes. I definitely gave them to y'all.
Yeah. I got it. I'm going to. I think that's gonna be a weekend thing. I have to work this weekend, but when I get off Saturday,
You might need longer than a weekend because that's 50 episodes. I don't know if you're gonna get through 50 episodes in a weekend.
they're like 15 and 30 minutes a piece. Who
Um,
won't?
I think so. I think yeah. Some of them like about 40, but you must not go sleep.
When I say, oh, I'm asleep. It's
I'm
past my
just
bedtime now. I start I the difference between I'm only on Central Standard Time, so it's a 1 hour difference.
right.
But that 1 hour makes a difference. I work on Eastern Standard Time, so I start at 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
at my job on the East Coast, which means I wake up at 3:45 a.m. on my side of the world
Got you.
to
Uh,
work. And so I work on East Coast, but I live on Central Standard Time. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyway, it's past my bedtime. About 6 o'clock, I'm usually asleep. But it's
got
okay
you.
because I'm here for the tea. I'm here for the reminiscing. I'm here for the good times with my brother. I'm enjoying it. Okay. So
Um,
what was your favorite storyline?
what was my favorite storyline? Definitely 1000% the Cunninghams. That's my favorite storyline. I love because
They
I
was
had I had I had been wanting to bring. I knew there was gonna be the Cunninghams from the very beginning, but I know I had to slowly bring it in. Um,
yeah.
and then when me and Nelson had a conversation about introducing more adult themed stuff in season two, I said, okay, cool. So we started when we did that in season two. I said, okay, season three would be the perfect time to bring the Cunninghams in and cause some ruckus, and that they did. But yeah, the Cunninghams definitely my favorite storyline. Um, in the show. Honestly, to be honest with you, it was really supposed to go a different route, but some things happening with scheduling, and unfortunately, GL couldn't be a part of the last season. Um,
Yeah.
well, even season five, he guest starred, but he couldn't be a part of season
He
five
couldn't.
and six in his full capacity. Because of schedule and everything. So we had to make a lot of adjustments. I want to say y'all were troopers because we did make a lot of adjustments and stuff throughout
Mhm.
filming the
Oh
show.
yeah. I
Um,
remember.
but you got to do what you
Ooh,
got to do. So go ahead.
I just remembered the uh pastor and Enrique Iglesias.
Not
I don't
Enrique
remember his
Iglesias.
name.
You got to get us
I
sued, Chad.
can't
Thompson
remember.
Enrique Iglesias.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, mark that out. Okay, I don't want to get you sued. Ooh. Okay. What was his name?
I gotta look because I don't remember. I'm not gonna go front.
Miguel. Okay.
It was not Miguel. It was definitely not Miguel. I'm about to go. I'm going to IMDb now because I don't remember. I really don't.
Okay.
IMDb.
But that right there, finding out that the pastor was swinging, and First Lady Bridget was like, I, I had a love story, didn't I? I did.
Somewhat. I mean, like I feel like here's the thing with Monica. Like Monica is a hopeless romantic, right? And I feel like she have these illusions in her brain that she's in a relationship with these men that that's not really giving in reality. So
But I was in a relationship with whoever that guy was. I don't know his real name, but I
you
can't
talking
remember
about
his name.
Kelvin's character? You talking about the pastor?
The pastor. Oh yeah, that was my man.
Monica was not in a relationship with him. Monica,
In my mind, that was my man, my man, my man.
yeah, definitely in
The
her
way
mind.
he looked at me, I was like, okay, he wants some Monica. He do.
Let
And
me.
he do.
I'm still trying to find this. I'm still trying to find his name. Where is it? Okay, his name was Julio.
Julio. Okay.
Yeah, you know Julio.
Okay.
And
Julio.
and
So yeah,
let,
that storyline,
let's see who.
you
Let's see what.
remember the story
Let's
behind it.
remember. Let's see what the pastor, the invisible relationship. We'll see what his name was because you told me so they was in a relationship. I said, no, I don't think that was the case, Shotty. Let's see. Wesley,
Pastor
Pastor Wesley,
West.
Wesley Nathan.
Pastor West. hmm And then his pregnant girlfriend show up.
That's
Like,
right.
what is what do we have? What did we have? What is this about?
A
You got a
working,
girl
a
pregnant?
working, friendly working relationship. That's what y'all had. That's what the
No,
pastor and Monica
he pushed
had.
up on me a couple times, and I felt the connection. So you can't tell me want no connection. It might not have been right, but I felt it. Okay, West Wesley,
Oh
I felt
gosh.
that connection.
Oh man.
But
The
yeah.
storyline. Go
So
ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Finish.
I'm just reminiscing. I'm bouncing around to different scenarios
The
that
storyline that people have definitely Monica was okay. So because I do agree with you. Like I said at the beginning, Gabe definitely took advantage of Monica. I definitely agree with that. Now when we get to
mhm.
season 5. Monica chose to put herself in that situation when she was like, "Okay, I'm going to help you raise this other baby that ain't got nothing to do with me, and I want to keep our family together." Da, da, da.
So
And when
deep.
Monica got upset when Gabe slept with the sister, what's your thoughts on that? Because people were definitely was like Monica was definitely delusional and doing too much. But what's your thoughts on that as far as Gabe?
It's not. It's the principality of the thing.
Not
Okay,
possibility.
that's the word. That's the principality of the thing. You know, I think there's a code when it comes to family,
Uh-huh.
specifically siblings wanting to date somebody that we didn't really date, but like, you are my child's aunt. Why are you sleeping with her daddy? That don't make no sense. So if you get pregnant, her cousin gonna be her sister. You see what I'm saying? That's how I think.
I feel it.
And I think it was a respect thing. Like, you being very disrespectful to when it comes to the father of my child. And I get that he wasn't mine to begin with. But if I'm giving all, sacrificing all, coming and making sure that our family is good, don't bring no outside person in, even though I started off on the outside.
Correct.
Whew, whew.
So
But Monica was deep.
in essence, Monica understood how Lydia felt.
Yes. I got a taste of my own medicine. But I think that the difference in Monica sleeping with Gabe and her sister sleeping with Gabe was her sister knew better.
Mm.
Don't fight me on that. She knew better. She knew the situation. She knew when she came to my house what the family dynamic was. She knew. And then you in my house and you hunching on my baby daddy. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody hunching but Monica in Lover's Lane. Ain't that something?
Okay, so yeah,
I know.
cause you had also
You know.
you had a clause. I was like, so we not doing that. So yeah, you are you.
Listen, I can share this now because I'm removed from the situation, but at the time, season one, uh the situation was so toxic. While I was filming, I'm getting constant messages from my husband at the time. And they were not normal messages. They weren't like, hope everything's going well, I know you filming. I was just thinking about you. No, it was you need to choose acting or you choose me. Or when you come home, all your stuff is gonna be out on the porch. And I'm
Hmm.
like, how you gonna put the house on the porch? Because it's mine. Everything that was in it was mine. And I'm trying to be in the moment with my cast mates and stuff like that. And my phone is continuously going off. And I think it was Nicole, and I think you were in the car with us too. Nicole was like, turn that off. Turn it off. Just turn it off. So I turned my phone off and I didn't at the moment. At first I was thinking like, okay, what am I gonna have to deal with when I get home? I can't quit this series. I've already committed to it. How is this person trying to make me choose when they met me, this is what I was doing,
Hmm.
you know? And it was such a dark, dark time. And the funny thing is some of my biggest opportunities happened during that dark time.
Mm.
So I'm fighting like, do I just give up and just submit to whatever this person is trying to force me to do? Or do I stand up for myself and for my kids? Because the environment I was in, I never wanted my kids to see that. But I had to shut that off. And then, a year later or whatever, I just shut it out.
Hmm.
Because you don't need that kind of stuff in your life, ladies. I'm trying to tell you. If he's trying to make you choose between him and anything else that you love in your life, baby, I would pray and ask God if this is really the one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well,
That's just my 2 cents. I'm not giving no advice because, like I said, baby, I've been married 3 times. Don't nobody judge me. I'm not giving no love advice, but what I'm telling you, what I know and what I've experienced. When you start losing yourself behind a person, this is for men and women. When you start becoming less and less of yourself and you starting to dread life, or you're trying to spend all this time trying to please this person, you're trying to put all this energy into one person, baby, this is not the one.
mm.
Okay. It's not the one. Remove yourself. It might hurt because we mistake love for infatuation, and love is mistaken for so many things. I know I've done it, but when you find the one, or when that one finds you, you won't have to choose. You need somebody that's going to build you up, somebody that's going to partner with you, somebody that's going to encourage you. And that don't mean that the relationship is going to be perfect and that y'all are going to always agree, but it's good to have somebody champion for you, or somebody that's in your corner and that's got your back.
Thank you.
I'm done.
No, no, you're fine. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for being transparent. We definitely appreciate that. And I want to say to you, if I ever while we were filming if it came off that I was not being sensitive or supportive of you, I want to
No.
apologize to you. If that was the case. Because
You
again,
never have.
okay, huh?
Yeah, you never have. You never have. I'm fully aware when I go to a job, you're not really, this is in my Ralph Lauren. I've been with this company for 12 years. I don't take my personal battles into my job. And as a professional actress, I would never take my personal life onto a set unless it's something that I'm using to push me into being great in whatever character I'm being in
Hmm.
or whatever character I'm portraying. But no, I would never. It was a matter of I was in the car and my phone kept going off, going off, going off. You never seemed agitated or irritated. And if I'm not mistaken, you said something encouraging to me, but I can't remember what it was. But I had a separate conversation with Nicole. She encouraged me. I was trying to keep it away from the set,
Mm.
you know. But sometimes, whew, yeah, it overlapped in that sense. So I apologize for bringing my drama to the set.
Nah, you
I
good.
wasn't trying to, but I enjoyed it.
Nah, you good. You're good. No, there's no need to apologize again. It was um the reason why I felt like I possibly needed to apologize to you was because I know my head was like in 50 million places, so I didn't want you to feel like I was not sympathetic to what you were going through because I did know, I was aware, um, but like I said again, when you got 50 million people in the room, you know what I'm saying, you trying to make sure you trying to make sure you're there for everybody, and when
Right, right.
you
I
can
get it.
be. So while I had you here, I wanted to make sure that you knew that if it ever came off like I didn't care, that's definitely wasn't the case.
No, we always been cool. That's why I said, please don't kill me off because I enjoy being a part. I was like, and I got friends like my sisters. They texted me like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen on this coming season of Lovers Lane?" I'm like, "You gotta watch it. I can't tell you." But they're like, "You gonna be on the next season?" I'm like, "Of course." But in my mind, I'm like, "Let me check with Carlton to make sure because my lines are getting less and less."
Well, but
So,
honestly, to be honest with you, because I did know your situation, I didn't want you to, because it was long nights, it was long days, long nights, but I didn't want you to be there longer than what you needed to be, because I knew you had other stuff going on personally. So I was like, okay, let me try to. I want her to still be a part of it, but let me condense it so that way she's not obligated to be there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I was, like I said, in
and
my
I hate
mind,
that.
I thought I was helping you out. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that because not thank you for being sensitive to what I had going on and thinking about that. But I hate that his actions caused me to miss so much and caused me to shrink down to like this person I didn't recognize anymore.
Hmm.
And when other people around you are seeing and they're like, well, let me just like not include Javetta so she doesn't have to face the backlash. I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like
Got,
that at all.
got you.
Not for you. I'm just saying the fact that I was in that situation where people had to adjust to suit him.
Hmm.
It just grinds my gears. But
But that's
we here now.
yeah, right. But that's why I started off when we started talking. I want to acknowledge where you are now, because again, like this is a whole different. It's a whole different Javetta. Whole different Javetta.
Yes.
We're gonna move on from Lovers Lane real quick, but before we do, because we gotta talk about In the Nick of Time, where do you think Monica and Brianna, we kept saying Gianna, but that's the actress, Brianna's the character. Where do you
Yeah.
think Monica and Brianna, what do you think they're doing right now?
I think that they are in a family, a whole family. Brianna is thriving in whatever grade she's in now. She's coming home to a bonus dad and mom who love her and appreciate her. Um,
Does Monica have more children?
and nah, 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 mm-mm,
I ain't talking about Javetta. I'm
nah,
talking
nah.
about Monica.
On behalf of Monica, no, no. We got a fur baby. We got a fur baby. No, I don't. I think the whole trauma that came with how Brianna came into the world and everything we had to deal with in that situation. I wouldn't even want a chance putting my child through that again. And they say you reap what you sow. So I did sleep with a married man, who say somebody gonna sleep with my husband. I don't know. I don't know. So that's probably in the back of her mind
Hmm.
at some point. But I really feel like they're not they don't live in town anymore. They're far enough away they're removed from all the drama that happened on Lover's Lane, and they're actually enjoying life.
And I'm sure that Monica is letting Gabe see Brianna, right?
Um,
Because at this time, Brianna honestly would be a teenager. If I'm not mistaken, how many years have been by? Lovers Lane ended in 2019. We were at 20, so that's 5 years later. So yeah, Brianna about a
yeah,
teenager. So I believe that it's up to her if she wants to see her dad or not.
there's so many stories spinning. Like my sister really did get pregnant, and her cousin is her sister.
So
You
so
know,
wait, wait, hold on. So you're putting pregnancy on Monica's sister?
yeah, yeah. She not pregnant. She had a whole child. So now, you know what I'm saying? Like I removed
Not
myself
Javetta
from
Wright
all
in
that.
season 7. Not Javetta Wright in
Okay,
season.
we need a comeback. Bring it back. Bring it back. I will fly to Augusta or wherever we filming tomorrow. Let me book my flight.
Oh gosh. Let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, so real quick before we move on to In the Nick of Time, where did the eye rolling come from? Because you do the eye roll in the Nick of Time too, but like I said, you are infamous for the eye roll and every single thing, like not just my stuff, but the plays you do. People talk about Javetta and this eye roll, like where this came from, like as far as you bringing it to your characters.
I don't know. I will tell you that when I get into character, I try to like embody that person in the moment. So all the
Hmm.
feelings that I'm feeling as Monica, you know, I don't know. It's natural wherever I'm at. I don't know. I don't even know if I roll my eyes like that in real life. When
Hmm.
my husband says something that I don't agree with or whatever. I don't know. But I never until I started acting, I never knew that there was an eye roll. So I
Wow.
guess it's just natural. It comes to me naturally. I don't know. I still and when I see it, I'm like, oh dang, I did that.
Yeah,
So
you be rolling them eyes. It's like, yeah.
yeah, it's not something that I practice. It's not something that I'm necessarily proud of, especially if I do it in my real life. But um, yeah, that's an infamous trait of Javetta. I
Yep.
don't know where it came from. Can't say.
1000%.
But
1000%.
if you're gonna book me because of my eye roll, then I roll my eyes all day. Okay.
Well, how the old folks used to say, you better stop for they get stuck.
Right. Lord, don't let that happen, Jesus.
Okay, let's move on to the In the Nick of Time. So you main cast on that. See, like I said, I looked out for you. You said don't kill me off. You
And
like
I appreciate that.
you in a whole nother series. Main role. And it's you are with Carlos and Katia, Frederick Devon, Bruce, LaRonde, Kimberly Newsom, Donnell Millsaps, and we had a ton of Andrews.
Yes, it was 3 or 4 of them
we
things.
had we had we had
Andrew,
three we had three Andrews. Um,
we was like, oh, this season Andrew is chocolate. Okay, okay, okay. We switching up.
we
What
switched
is
it.
this season's Andrew gonna look like?
Right, right. Um, so you portrayed Diana Nolan, which is Nicholas Stevenson's best friend and also manager. So talk about. So first of all, I want you to talk about when you first got this script. I know obviously this is a vast difference from Lover's Lane. Um, talk about your reaction from when you got the script and when you read this character.
I was. Hold on. Can you see me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Hold on. It's
Somebody just tried to call me.
okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
we back. Okay. Um, I was excited first of all because I was gonna be able to work with you again. And I was super excited because me and Carlos is really like my big brother, like in
Right.
real life.
Right.
So we already had the chemistry of a really tight friendship. So this role actually, I think I didn't have a hard time connecting with her on that level, taking care of Nick and managing his career and all that stuff. We're always bouncing advice and ideas off each other. So that works. Now, what was weird to me,
I already know where you're going.
just I just want to ask you on today,
Okay, go ahead.
like, so what so when you cast Bruce,
Okay,
like what was the idea? Was it like, okay, I think he will look good with Diana, or he's a great actor, he's the bomb. He's my little brother, okay? And I think we had a kiss. Whoo, that was hard.
okay,
Okay, now.
yes,
I don't know. I always wanted to ask you, like, why of all people? I know I'm big. I mean, not when I say big, not big, but like tall. I'm almost 6 feet tall,
yes.
and I know Bruce is pretty tall or whatever. I was just wondering, like, the thought pattern behind it. Did you match us because we matched, or did you match us because he's a great actor and you wanted him to be a part of this series?
Okay, so to answer your question, it's the latter. I wanted to work with Bruce because I wanted him to be a part of this show, and I wanted to. We had been talking about working together, and I wanted him to be a part of In the Nick of Time. I did not know that you guys had a brother sister relationship. That I didn't know. I knew y'all knew each other, but I didn't know that y'all was like, because when we got on set and it was like y'all was acting weird, I was like, what's the problem? And then y'all was like, oh, that's not my brother, that's not my sister. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I was not aware. I'm
But
sorry.
the thing about it is, like, I've always had a fear. It's 3 people that I have had a fear of kissing because they are so close in as far as brothers. Bruce is one of them. He's my little brother. Okay.
Mm,
Carlos is my big brother. If I ever get cast opposite him, it would just be so icky and weird.
mm,
Like, I can't. And then there's a playwright. His name is James Lyons.
I
You
know
know
James.
James.
Yeah, I know
You know
James.
James? Yeah.
Yeah, I know James.
I'm like, Lord. I'm like, Lord, if you ever cast me in the same project with these people, please don't ever pair us, because that would be so weird. So when you paired me with Bruce, I'm like looking at my little brother. That's been my little brother since he was in like a freshman in college. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I'm
He
about to say
looks to me.
I didn't like I said, I was not aware of y'all's relationship. Honestly, if I wouldn't say I would do over, but
No, 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 no.
in hindsight, I would swap Bruce and Donnell.
Yeah. Now see, I could see myself
I would
with
have
Donnell. Not
Donnell play
yeah.
Kevin and have
Yeah.
Bruce play LJ.
But let me tell you
If we
this.
did a swap, if we did a swap.
But let me tell you this because I don't want to take away from the fact that he killed playing Kevin.
Absolutely, one
Okay. It
thousand
was
percent.
some it was yeah, it was one scene where he was in the bed and he was talking about his son
Mm-hmm. He
and
cried.
he started crying.
Yes, yes.
And I was so drawn in, like, and when you get cut, I'm like, dang, boy, you did that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
You did it.
Yes.
Wow. So I'm like, and then, being in the theater community or the this community that we're in, the arts, uh I had people calling like, you had a male scene with Bruce? And I'm like, yeah, I know. Was it believable? Because I tried to make it believable, but
Right, right, right.
I don't know. Yeah, I tried to make it believable. I was trying not to pull away from what my job was, but
Got
whew,
you. But I mean, honestly, like I said again, I not es- escape you from the information that you've given me. I thought y'all looked great together as far as Kevin and Diane. Like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but
okay.
knowing what if I would have known, then I would have swapped them. I would have swapped them. I said Diana's Diana. I would have I would have swapped them. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't
And
necessary.
then
It wasn't necessarily like, oh, let me put Kevin and Javetta. I mean, let me put Bruce and Javetta together. It was definitely not. It was more
okay,
so. It was more so. It was more definitely more so the character and me wanting to work
okay.
with Bruce. I was like, this is the character that opened up, and
Well,
well,
I'm glad. I'm glad. I think he killed the role. He did. He came and did what he was supposed to do. So
absolutely,
shout out to him.
absolutely,
And that what was Fred? What's his name?
X Xavier.
X Xavier. Like when I got real close to his face, my lips started quivering. I know you didn't pick it up. Like when I first, 'cause I was like, I am so close to this man that I do not know. Because I mean, you have to look at it like this. Like most of the things I'm cast in, and it's not just because I was married, because I was single at the time when I did In the Nick of Time, but a lot of the things I'm cast in, I'm single. I'm a single mother, or I'm somebody's aunt, or I'm somebody's sister. I never have a love interest. So, or if I had a love interest, like in Lover's Lane, he wasn't really a love interest, more like a baby daddy. You never really saw the romantic part of
Mm,
how we got together. It was just a storyline. So, in the nick of time, like I had these dudes getting up in my personal space,
mm,
and I had to get used to that. Now, it would be a whole lot of cheeks and stuff in some of the other VPN shows. So in my mind, I'm like, I think I told one of my girlfriends, I was like, I would do a love scene for VPN, but I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
I know
Mm-mm.
you wouldn't. I
I
know.
got
Don't
I
even
really
lie to yourself. I know you would. I know you would.
what don't nobody want to see? Listen, my back is big. I mean, no, don't get me wrong now. Javetta can pull it together. However, I don't want nobody to see my cheeks. You see, I'm covered today. Can't nobody see my chest or nothing. I
I just
look
want to say
good in a
VP.
little
I just
bit.
want to say VPN supports all body types. So I just want to put that out
Uh,
there.
well, you won't see my cheeks or my backside. You won't see mine on VPN. I honestly though, let me tell you, I did I did a love scene in DC. It was a movie called Sheets of Deception.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I had on lingerie and everything. I had on basketball shorts underneath. And the guy, matter of fact, me and Katrina were messing with the same dude in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
Katrina Jean.
Mm-hmm.
He was so fine. I mean, he was built like a I don't know, like you see he was built like a. He had good hair and he was cut very chiseled. That's not my type, but he was real pretty to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like I remember, I don't know how honest I can be. I don't know how honest your actors and actresses are on this show, but I'm about to be real.
Go
It's
ahead.
some scenes that you in where your stomach start bubbling and you be like, oh my God, I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach starts bubbling. I'm laying in this bed and my stomach started bubbling. And he got anyway, he got in, we did the same. It was so very awkward. His body felt like it don't matter. It don't matter. But it don't even matter. But anyway, my point was I actually did have a love scene in this movie called Sheets of Deception.
Okay.
And when I saw the playback, I was like, okay, Javetta. But yeah, I'm glad it didn't go further than it did because, when I get famous, I wouldn't want that to pop up on me. And people like, oh my God, she got a dent on her right butt cheek or something like that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
Lord. Oh
I'm,
God.
I'm giving too much. I'm giving too much to the VPN community. I'm gonna be quiet.
You
Okay.
good. Back to the end of the time. Speaking of the men, yeah, you had three men. Like you had X, not you that not Monica, that Diana was with, but you had basically three men that wanted her. Like X was flirting with her. Of course she was with Kevin. And then
Mm-hmm.
we had Amp's character, Wesley, who was also throwing
Listen,
throwing throwing it at her as throwing the words at her as well, even though she was strictly trying to just work with him, like strictly on the work relationship. I'm
first of
gonna say
all,
this. To me, my favorite scenes are you and Amps. I love y'all scenes
I
together. Like
love
y'all scenes
Amp.
are hilarious.
Yes, I love him. And Amp, I love you, baby. Uh, our size difference is kind of makes the funny parts funnier to me.
Hmm.
Um, his comeback lines to me. I don't know. It was just I love working with him. If I could film with him again, I definitely would.
I'm gonna give you some tea. And
Okay.
I don't think Amp knows this either. I don't think I've ever had this conversation with Amp. I can't remember if I did or not. I originally was planning to do a spinoff with Amp's character, and you would have been a part of it because you were his manager.
And now you're not doing nothing right now.
Yeah, I'm not.
But if you do, I'm about to text Amp. Wait till I get off this phone. I'll be like, Amp, I got some tea.
But
That would
yeah,
have been hilarious.
yeah, I was so okay. So when we shot the series finale of the scene, well, of course, when Carlos, and then when Nick is doing not final show, but he came back and he's doing his show.
Mhm,
I was purposely filming shots of Amp. I was purposely filming him because I was going to use that as a setup for the spinoff of his character. Um, so yeah, I was definitely planning on doing a spinoff with his character. and I was gonna have Diana come in, like every so often, because she at this time she would have different other clients, besides Wesley. So you would see her every so often, or whatever. So that was the plan originally.
But what had happened was,
What had happened was Carlton said, Carlton said
well,
Carlton needs to go and enjoy life. That's what Carlton said.
and I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. But let me just say, I am super excited to know that I almost got cast for another production. Okay.
Yes, yeah, that was supposed to happen, possibly.
You can't tell me nothing for the rest of the night. You can't tell me nothing. I made it to 3, almost 3 with VPN. So you can't tell me nothing. I'm good. My night has been made.
I don't know if you remember the pictures of In the Nick of Time, but I'll send you those two. Do you know which one was your favorite? I can tell you which one was mine.
So
I
the
can tell you which one. I
first
can tell
one
you
was
I can tell you what my least favorite is too.
was it the first one with that clock?
Uh-uh.
What was your least favorite?
The
The one on the porch?
the second season. I should have did that.
Okay. Yeah, I love
I regret doing that one. We should have did that inside.
yeah. The one on the steps was definitely the best.
You said you like the second one?
I said the one on the steps. On the steps.
Oh,
When
inside the
Katia,
house.
yeah,
Yeah,
in the
okay.
house, yeah.
That's season 3. That's my favorite one too.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
season 4, now the last season, we did it in that big house in Greensboro.
Uh-huh.
Everybody had on black.
Yes.
I don't remember the actual picture. I remember the intro.
The picture. So this is what happened, because I didn't particularly like the group picture, as far as like the group, like every time we did a group picture each time. I didn't
Yeah.
particularly like it, and I had y'all take individual pictures as well. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna use the individual pictures, and I'm gonna have my guy, shout out to Dorian
Okay.
Harris. I'm gonna have my guy make a graphic, or have him on it, because I wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling the group picture, and because
I remember.
Katia wasn't there, first of all,
I remember.
and I was like, she definitely needs to be in it, and so I was just like,
Mhm.
and Bird wasn't there because Bird had became a main cast member on the last season too, and they weren't there. So I was like, yeah, I don't really like this picture.
Okay. Which show did is it Ayana? She was dating. Okay, never mind. Because Bird was dating. Wait a minute.
I mean, are we still talking about In Nick of Time?
I feel like I went back to Lover's Lane by mistake. Don't mind me. Let's keep talking about
I
ending.
was like, what?
I was like, wait a minute. What? Okay, yeah. Never mind. Never mind me. Okay. But no, look, outside of filming, I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
the breakfast from Kim. The
Yes. See, that's what I said. That's why me and
honey,
Javetta connect. Me and Jeanette connect on a whole different level when it comes to
woo,
food. Yes, baby.
woo. I'm telling you.
If y'all
I
listen,
was like, Lord,
for everybody that works with Kimberly Newsom, y'all gotta get her to cook for y'all when she's on set,
yeah,
and I mean cook breakfast. Cause
breakfast,
baby,
breakfast.
baby,
Woo, Jesus. Oh,
yes.
see, why you making me big back again? I'm trying to lose this weight. Trying to
Listen,
get this weight up off here. I can't do. I'm listen. I'm about to text. I'm gonna text her and I'm gonna text Amp when I get off this call, and I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm gonna need some breakfast when I come to Georgia. And Amp, can you believe we almost got cast in a spinoff
and
of
then
In the Nick of Time?
you gonna have Amp call texting me, talking, "What we doing, bro? Let's do it." I was like, listen. Um,
That was then. This is now.
um, what else did I have to ask you as far as Nick of Time? Was there any storylines that you enjoyed or from anybody that well, before you do that, I'm gonna say because I'm gonna forget. My definitely. I already said you and Amps. Y'all scenes were my favorite scenes. We already talked about the scene with you and Bruce when he was sitting on the bed crying. My other favorite scene with you is when you and Bruce were talking and it was revealed that you had a miscarriage. That's another favorite scene
I
of yours
remember that.
that I enjoyed on In the Nick of Time. That was really good. You really tapped in. Y'all both tapped in. But
Mhm.
you really tapped in on that. So that's those are my
Yeah,
favorite
I remember.
scenes of yours from this series. Are there any particular scenes, not just your character, but just in general, that you are your favorite scenes?
I absolutely loved every time that Nick and I had conflict. And that moment where he told me about myself in the last season. Was that the last season? No, that wasn't the
It
last
was season
season.
3.
The season 3.
Mm-hmm.
When he told me about myself, I felt the conflict, and it is weird because me and Los have never fallen out like in real life, but
Mm-hmm.
to feel that, yeah, that was crazy. But I'm not making it all about me. Um,
I mean, it is all about you. This is your VP in chat, so it's all good.
no, those aren't my favorite. Those aren't my favorite moments. Um, the last Nick in season 4, I love him. I love him in
You
real
talking about
life.
Andrew?
Andrew. Oh,
Yeah,
what did I say?
you said Nick.
What did I say?
You said Nick.
Did I just roll my eyes?
Yep.
I can't see. Okay. Now that it's been brought to my attention, okay, let me be more conscious. Andrew, I love him. I love that Andrew. I like the third season Andrew too, but this Andrew, when he goes off, um, it's one scene that gets really intense. He goes off and then he stomps away. Anyway, I like the intense moments. Oh, and when we found out when the detectives came over
Mm-hmm.
and we saw the video where Kevin was killing Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get her name
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Um that I hated my makeup. I was it was a long day. So I didn't really give it all I needed to give. So I was looking a little greasy. But that scene where that revelation, it was so bomb to me. It was bomb. It was good. I like the acting. I like um the tense moment, being in that moment. I like that.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a good scene too.
Um
That was definitely a good scene.
mm, and the one we did over and over and over again in season 2, when Monique comes in the house
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
and he hems up X, he hems X up. It's just a lot going. So it's like boom, 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 boom. It was kind of like the synchronization. That might not be the word I'm looking for, but the way everything happened in sync, it
Mm-hmm.
was dope. What was yours?
Um. So my favorite scenes. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think. It's so many. That like I said, even I'm gonna share this with you. In the Nick of Time for me was my piece in the Valley of Chaos. Y'all
Mhm.
made it so easy to shoot that show. Like for real. I enjoyed doing everything, all the shows, right? But in the Nick of Time for me is special to me because again, I knew when I was coming on set everything was gonna be smooth. I knew I had was Carlos definitely is the champion of the show because Carlos, even
Mhm.
even now, Carlos still pushes the show, and the show has been off for a year. We ended in last year, but Carlos truly made sure that
Hmm.
when I got there, that everything was going to be good to go. And like I said, all y'all really, and of course, I worked with Silver y'all before in other productions, but this was different. It was just like it was easy. It would be some days we'd be filming real early. I was like, oh, we done.
We done?
I
Yeah.
was shocking myself. I was like, oh, we finished. Like I'm talking about, we done for the whole season. Like we're done. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I got time to like sit down and not do nothing and just eat
And
and do it
chill.
and chill. Okay,
Yeah.
this is different. Um, but yeah, it was like I said, it definitely is. It has a special place in my heart because again, I just knew it was that production was peaceful. It was
Hmm.
peaceful. It was no really no drama. It was just got in,
Yeah.
you got in, did what we need to do, and then just we went home. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So I just enjoyed that. Really enjoyed making that show. My favorite moments, so I'm trying to think. I enjoyed the LJ character, and honestly, LJ was not supposed to be on as much as I was just gonna have LJ in season one. That little one scene in season one, that was it. But I enjoyed working with
Hmm.
Donnell so much. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring him and make him a main character. And like the evolution of writing for that character and really fleshing him out and really giving him a purpose and a story. That's
Yeah.
part of my favorite moment. A part of the series. Uh, yes, yeah. What else? I like the scene. Of course, I love the part where Nick and Hems up X against the wall. I like that scene.
Hmm.
I like Nick and Kevin's back and forths. I love those. Those were great. Yeah, everything was great. I'm gonna ask you this. I asked Carlos this. Who do you think Nick's true love is? Monique or Hannah?
Hannah. Hannah.
Carlos said I believe Carlos said Monique. If I'm not, I gotta go back and look at the VPN chat. But
I don't think so. I think he felt sorry for the position that she was in and
mhm,
loved her and will always love her for the mother for him giving for her giving him the son that wasn't even his, but without her they wouldn't have built this strong bond and had this great relationship or whatever.
mhm,
So I think he'll love her for that. But no, no, she brought too much drama and trauma. I think Hannah was his safe place and his safe choice, which is not always the right choice. But in this situation, I think this was like his chance to really love and be loved for real.
mm.
So
Get it?
I'm gonna say Hannah.
Got you. Okay, I like that
Mhm.
answer. Um, out of because you watched majority of the shows, right? VPN shows.
Mhm.
So, which
Mhm.
VPN show is your favorite VPN show?
The Lion's Den.
Okay, okay. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the first one that I really actually sat and watched, and I got hooked into the drama. Um, Brotherhood and Sisterhood, I have not had a chance to watch. It's like watch a little here, watch a little there,
Uh-huh.
but I want to sit down and really kind of dig into it. But absolutely, the Lion's Den, um, Karma was good. Lover's Lane was good. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
But
know. The Lion's Den. The
okay,
Lion's Den was my favorite.
but you know what's funny? So again, so taking it back to the very beginning. So the first when I pulled up in Greenville,
Mhm.
and we got out the car. I think there was a workshop had just happened or something had happened. I just remember I got in the car and some people was walking. I don't remember who was the group. I don't remember.
Mhm.
But I was they was like, "You the dude that created the Lions
I
Den.
was,
You made the
yeah,
Lions
I
Den."
was in that group.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
I came
okay,
up to your, yeah, yeah.
okay,
While
okay,
you was in the car, that's when I first was like, Carlton, yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah. So yeah. I just remember being greeted with, "Oh my God, you created the
The
Lions Den."
Lions
Yeah, I was
Den.
like, okay. And I know Carlos. He told me like that's one of his favorites because like I said, that's the story. He really kept up with it. So I appreciate that. I'm glad that y'all really enjoyed the Lions Den. It's my longest one. We ran 10 seasons. We did 100 episodes. So, um, so yeah,
One
it's
of
the
the characters, one of the male characters, I think I see him in a lot of Tubi movies. Was he in Past the Thorn too? Who was the daddy in
um.
Past the Thorn?
Come on, Reggie Freeman.
Kind
That's
of
him.
older.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I see him in a lot of Tubi movies. Okay,
Um.
okay.
So it's the Lions Den. Um, and then uh College Days has 60, and Lovers Lane and Karma are tied because they both have 50
You had a
episodes.
show called was it Colorblind?
Colorblind, yeah, they
Uh,
only had 12.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's the Lions Den, College Days, and then Lovers Lane and Karma are third, tied for third.
Mhm.
They both had 50 episodes. Um, okay, nice. Trying to think, is there anything else? I think we pretty much tackled all your stuff. I'm looking around. Is there anything else that you want to say or talk about, address, get off your chest? I mean, like anything you want to just like release.
Did I just talk about Trump for a minute? No, I'm just playing. Nope, I don't do politics. I'm
I
just
ain't gonna lie.
playing. I don't do
I ain't gonna lie
politics.
to you. I was like, I because of where I work, I can't talk about politics in on public platforms. But yeah,
Mhm. I understand. I understand.
but I just want you to know I see you and I hear you and I feel you.
I feel I feel felt. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna leave that alone. Okay.
We'll leave it alone.
No, I don't have anything. It has been absolute pleasure to catch up with you. I don't even feel like we're filming like for your VPN chat. I just feel like we're catching up like two old brethren.
Yes.
You definitely brought back some really good memories that are gonna cause me to go back. I'm gonna definitely watch The Lion's Den. I'm
Ooh,
definitely gonna
you
watch
nah
all
nah.
of it tonight.
I'm gonna tell you this. You watch the Lions, and you gonna need about a month.
Yeah. Because I know that's yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple episodes a week. How about that?
Right.
But I
Right.
mean, just to kind of go back and revisit, because even being a part of something, you never really see the whole thing the first time. You got to go back and watch it. So I'm gonna watch everything. We're gonna make it a VPN. The month of October, it's gonna be VPN month. I'm gonna probably start with the Lion's Den because that's how I got to know you
Hmm.
before I knew you. Yep. And then definitely gotta watch Lover's Lane. I think I started watching Karma too. Um, but I don't remember a lot about it. Okay. I'm gonna just go back and watch everything in October. Okay. That's
Yeah,
my
that's
word to you.
because that's a beautiful month because like there's a special day that happens in October.
Must
So
be
I
somebody's birthday.
mean, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Do you acknowledge signs? Like, what's your sign? You don't,
So
you
I
know.
don't. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna like be like, oh my god, you do signs. I don't like you. No, I don't. I'm not that person. I just don't. I just don't like be all in it. Like be like, and they're not. You know how people be like, I do this. I do this because of my sign. I don't. I
Uh-huh.
don't get. I don't do that now. That's. I'm like, you do
Yeah,
that because you
it's
do
a
that.
lie
You do that because
because
you're
you're you.
you.
Right,
That's
right.
but no, I'm my sign, my birth is in the Libra category. So
Okay.
yeah, that's why it is. Um,
I'm
but
a
yeah, that I mean,
Capricorn.
huh?
I'm a Capricorn.
Okay. I about to say I don't know what that
And
means,
I,
but okay.
ooh, I embody a lot of the traits of a Capricorn, which really got me kind of interested in astrology. And then I'm one of the Christians that has questions. So like when we get to heaven, I got a list, a mental list of things that I really want to sit down and talk to God about. Like for real. I just want to be like, God, I need you to
A A
explain
A B
this
C
to me.
D E F and G.
Yes, make it make sense to me. And I'm not questioning you. I'm not saying that your will's wrong. I just want to know the why. I just want to know the why.
But I believe, but honestly, even now, I think like even in our earthly capsules, I think it's okay. Like it's okay
Okay,
to
yes.
talk to God like God. Hey, like why such and such happening? We just have to trust that what He says is what it is, and we just have to just continue to follow in the direction that He has us to go.
Right.
But it's okay to ask questions. I mean, we are inquisitive
It is.
beings.
We are not the church I was raised in, but I've heard a lot of Christians say you never question God. Don't question him. God said it, that settles it. And while God said it and it's already settled in heaven, uh, I still there are some things that I don't have a full understanding of. So even when I study my Bible or even before I go into church or Bible study or whatever, I always pray and ask God to give me a clear understanding of his word.
And that's what you're supposed. But that's what you're supposed to do, though. That's what you're supposed.
Yeah.
That's how you develop that deeper relationship with Christ. Is you ask questions, you ask for understanding, you ask for wisdom, you ask for knowledge.
Mhm.
That's what you're supposed to do. Um, so yeah, yeah, I think there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Oh well, that's what I'm about to tell you. You mentioned brotherhood and sisterhood. I gave everybody a watch list. So if you decide to watch, because I don't know exactly when I'm putting this out, but if I put it out before the 24th, Sisterhood 2
Mhm.
comes out on the 24th. But if I put it out afterwards, that means Sisterhood 2 is already out. So I said all that to say the watch list is you need to watch Brotherhood seasons 1 through 3 first, then watch
Okay.
Sisterhood, the first movie, Sisterhood, and then watch Brotherhood season 4, and then watch Sisterhood 2. That's the order. So that way you can really understand. Because technically, you could just, because Jordan Dixon, which is the main character of Sisterhood, she's introduced in
Mhm.
Brotherhood season 3.
Okay.
So technically, you could just watch Brotherhood season 3, Sisterhood, Brotherhood season 4, and then Sisterhood 2. But I feel like if you just watch Brotherhood season 3, you're gonna have questions because you didn't watch seasons 1 and 2. So there you go.
Got you.
This is my
I'm
what
not
just
gonna remember.
okay. Okay.
I need you to send it,
I will
please.
s- I will
Okay.
send
If you
you
can.
I will send you the instructions. Okay. Well,
Okay.
Javetta is yawning, so that means it's time for us to go. So
You saw that?
I
I tried to
did.
play it off. You saw that? Oh man. It's not because you're boring. It's
No, no, no.
not. It's because my
It's past your
bedtime
it
is
past
like
your bedtime.
6 p.m.
I know.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, but no, for real, Javetta,
No,
thank
don't
you.
text me. Okay.
No, no, there's no judgments here. No judgments on for sure. But no, Javetta, thank you so much for talking with me, chatting with me. This has been fun. It's been a pleasure. It's been a while. I did a VPN chat live. I did it with LJ. But this
I
is the
saw
first
that.
one that I've done in a while with a VPN cast member. So thank you for helping me bring this back, and I'm excited about continuing to do this and just going down memory lane. And it was fun doing this with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. All right, everyone. That is it for VPN chat, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.